Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Rule of Waves 2 as we finish, well not finish, but continue another war with the British because they decided to declare war on us again. Fucking headphones keep disconnecting. I ordered a new cable that will hopefully fix it, otherwise I'll have to, as I mentioned in a previous part, buy a brand new set of headphones, which I would much rather not do if I could avoid it at all. Let's see. We're still waiting for the Wasp, or the Enterprise rather, excuse me, to finish its work up, which should be finishing shortly in theory. Oh shit, they're launching an invasion of the Philippines. I did not see that coming. Now they got a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of aircraft we're gonna have to deal with. And I don't have any CVs here. We're gonna be relying on... Okay, the game has moved one of the batteries that we deployed. Yes. Oh, that is an annoying game. I wish you would just not move batteries. When they get placed, they get placed. Or, you know, give me the opportunity to choose where I want them. Or, well, at least, like, what ports I want. Because I told you to build 4. Because, well, I think 5 actually is what I told you to build. Yeah, 5. Because there's 5 ports here around the Philippines. So we have information of 5 CVs, 1 CVL down here. Which is probably accurate, but I need to figure out where their landing zone is. Which I don't know where that is off the top of my head. We have information of 4 transports right here. What's the heading of the 4 transport one? We apparently don't have a heading for it. But I'm going to assume it's somewhere over here, south of Manila. Or maybe not, because we now have a new heading of transports apparently heading north. Well, north-ish. The enemies themselves seem to be not heading north-ish, but the transports, according to our scouts, what they're reporting at least, is that they are heading north. So we'll see. Enemy ships heading for some of our merchant, or not enemy ships, but enemy aircraft heading for some of our merchants. Don't really care about merchants taking shit. Because it really means nothing to me. Oh, Destroyer Division 18, which is you. You should be nimble enough to avoid torpedoes. But of course, apparently you're not, because you managed to run right into it, like an idiot. And now they're coming for the other destroyer division. God damn it. Do I have fighters? I don't know. Game doesn't inform me of that. There should be fighters around Manila, I would expect. And there's some unknown radar contacts, but the only things I'm going to have to fight are going to be an armored cruiser and my dreadnoughts. Because if Jacob Jones is gonna have to go home too now. Because it took a torpedo, or a dive bomber, or whatever the hell hit it. Dive bombers. And that's probably the transports right there. Yeah. And that's going to be a destroyer right there. And something's firing some fairly big guns. Is that actually an armored cruiser? Because those sound like some pretty big guns to be armored cruisers, if I'm being honest. Oh, you actually did bring a Corvette in. That is an interesting decision. Yep, that is in fact an armored cruiser. And your rudder got jammed to the port position. I need you to go to 5 knots. I need you to go for that armored cruiser because it's doing quite a lot of damage to the Houston. We're going to be sinking another one of their armored cruisers that they have here. Oh, and this one has not gotten a rebuild in the last decade, apparently. Because it is actually being labeled as an old British heavy cruiser. Oh yeah, okay, it's dead now. And we just hit its magazine, wonderful. And Jacob Jones is going to sink. It was not able to get the flooding under control. The Wadsworth, in theory, should be able to. How about you go for the Corvette that's literally right in front of you? No? You know, okay, you can't actually shoot it, that's why. Well, presumably that's the reason why you didn't list it as a target there. Oh, that's not actually a Corvette. That is a destroyer. Okay. The Corvette is somewhere else. I'm pretty sure we didn't sink it. You got your front gun? Nope. You still don't have your forward firing gun back up. And you're on fire. Of course you are. You guys slow down to a nice leisurely cruising speed. How about you fire at the stuff right in front of you, huh? Houston, I need you to get that fire under control. Because I don't want to leave my dreadnoughts alone. Trust me, you don't want to leave my dreadnoughts alone either. They're not going to be too happy if they're forced to be left all alone. There we go. Hit that swale. I'm going to tell you to break off. At least a little bit, in case they fired any torpedoes. Okay, Houston, you're gonna go home, or at least, you know, try to go home. We're gonna have to just leave the dreadnoughts alone. Sink as many of these transports as we can. Hopefully before weather allows air operations to resume. You get that last fire under control, guys. Also, apparently you have some flooding, so I'm going to tell you to drop down to 5 knots. So you don't blow a bulkhead. Oh, you're still flooding. Or, well, on fire, rather. The flooding you have time to deal with, so if you focus on the fire, that'd be great. Turn north. Straight north. Wait until that guy's been sinking for a bit before I tell you to turn back in. Your radar still functional? No, your radar has stopped working. By your own guns firing. For both of you. You should be able to get it back up at some point. Need you guys to pick up speed. I don't recall if you guys have the diesel engines. I don't think I switched you guys to those. Okay, well, now that night has come, that's gonna limit air operations further for them. We're gonna go ahead and I think basically head home. Okay, you got the fire under control. You still have some flooding though. Pretty sure we knocked out enough of the transports. Thing is, I don't really know where they went. Some, I think, did flee southish. Which their carriers probably are also sort of to the south. Maybe southeast? I don't know, because... well, no, they apparently have catapults. Or carriers. I was going to say they have to turn into the wind to be able to launch, if I recall correctly. Which would mean they'd have to have been going north to launch. But since they apparently have catapults for carriers, they don't have to turn into the wind. I think the landing site's probably like right here. We're going to go over here and I think just sort of sit there until the game declares end of battle. Because that was sort of the direction they were heading in, was sort of over here. I don't know where the actual landing is on Manila, like I said. But since they were sort of heading in this direction, that's my best guess. That it's somewhere over here. Might even be further north for all I know. Yeah. And yeah, so they did have the CVs, which we already kind of knew. And okay, we sunk all the transports. Now, where did your CVs flee to? Way the fuck down there. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, I was never gonna find you guys if I tried to find you, because I wasn't gonna head down this way. Because why the hell would I expect you to be all the way down here? And the Enterprise has finally finished. Flexible station keeping enables looser division formations and reduces enemy accuracy. That's nice, I guess. The enemy is still technically winning a little bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take the Chargers, if I can find them. You guys are going to Southeast Asia. Because I need some carriers over there. You're not the best carriers, but you are carriers. You will prove useful. There we go. Now, yeah. Now, I believe this training capacity is basically for getting people to have experience of fair rather than poor. So, I mean, I could use the ships, send the Enterprise out along with all of its aircraft, but because of poor experience, they're more likely to have accidents and things like that, so yeah. That ain't happening right now. We'll just let the Enterprise stay here. The Langleys, however... I'll take 2 of the Langleys, and I will also move them to Southeast Asia. Let's go ahead and accelerate the Saratoga. And the New Mexicos we will also accelerate. And that Wyoming. Not that it looks like it'll make a difference for that Wyoming. After this war is over, I'm probably going to scrap the Chargers. I don't think they're going to be particularly useful going forward, but they still have a use right now as a result of us needing to quickly deploy some stuff to Southeast Asia. No, I could have sworn I told everybody to leave there, but apparently I have a dreadnought still stuck in Northern Europe. I'm trying to find Northern Europe on here, but I'm not seeing it. Is it a destroyer? I don't know, there's something in Northern Europe apparently that's still there. Now we got a cruiser action around Nova Scotia, which they're not going to give me battle, and then an unexpected enemy coastal raid. Which they don't have really anything. It's like a cruiser. If I recall correctly is what the estimate was, so this should be fairly easy. I'm going to tell you to do like that, and then widen the left field to... yeah, that seems fine. There's our nice, beautiful Enterprise. Being followed by the slightly less beautiful Langley. Well, I say slightly less, it really is. I mean, the Langley's a pretty decent looking ship, if I do say so myself, but it still ain't the greatest. That ain't changing anytime soon. Found them. They're actually pretty far south. Or, well, excuse me, not south, but pretty far west, rather. Much further than I actually anticipated. I expected them to move more to the east. But okay, we're gonna head out over that way. You're not screening. Oh, do you guys? Yeah, you guys have torpedoes, and I already told you. I actually remembered to tell my light cruisers to not go charging in with their torpedoes. Which is always a surprise for me, because I don't typically remember to tell them to do that. What was the... The call-in was for a light cruiser. which should be accurate. I think that's all it said they had. So let's head on over in that direction. Another light cruiser. That should be the same one. Apparently another light cruiser. Maybe they have a couple light cruisers. Either way, they don't really have a whole lot. And we found them. And I did tell you guys to get line ahead, but you're not quite catching up. Ooh, that is actually a decent light cruiser design. It's better than mine, but then again, these are Minneapolises, which I think were made fairly early on. They might even be starter light cruisers, I don't actually recall. But yeah, they're definitely not going to be particularly great designs, mine. Cincinnati, yeah, Cincinnati's sounding very familiar. I think these Minneapolises are a starter design of ours. So yeah, like I said, they're not going to be doing particularly hot against a more modern light cruiser, at least when it comes to avoiding getting penetrated. But they should be able to pen you, right? Yeah, 3 inches of belt armor. You can pen that starting at around 11,000 yards. You're firing on a target that is 10,000. So yeah, you can pen, which is probably why you're firing HE, I assume. And 6 Boeing Catalina Cs are approaching the enemy. Attempting to level bomb. Oh shit, and the Wibbly got hit. It's gonna break off. And splintering caused the rear torpedo tube to be destroyed. Now I'm not quite sure how that works because your front turret got knocked out. And that, okay, well you did take a superstructure hit, so that might have been to the rear. And that should have a pretty good shot of hitting. Ah, you bastard. You zigged when I wanted you to zag. Okay, well you break off. The Cincinnati and Minneapolis are gonna go back north. And now you go to New York. You need to turn. I don't want you to fire your torpedoes just because you say you have a shot. Or at least because you think you do. And Cincinnati's gonna break off. Because I don't want it to sink if I can avoid it. It's got a decent amount of flooding, so you're gonna go to a nice slow leisurely 5 knots. Even though there's an enemy right in front of you. You turn south. You go, New York is firing, the Northampton is firing. And those should all be able to pen you. Much easier than the 6-inch guns on the Minneapolis. Yes, in fact I can pen 3 inches at literally any distance. You don't have torpedoes, do you? No, you do. Okay. New York, turn south. I kind of get the feeling he's trying to make a run on you. And I don't want him making a run on you. And we hit the magazine and blew him up. Now, out of curiosity, you did actually get bomb hits. I was just curious if any of those actually hit. I'm pretty sure all those bombs were from the Catalinas, right? Yes. 2 right here. 1 hit the hull on the deck with a semi-armor piercing, and another one hit the fore aft hull, which I assume just basically means general hull, not necessarily fore or aft. It's just a general hull hit. That was another 1,000-pound bomb, semi-armor piercing. It was the Huron that actually got the killing blow on you. They're gonna get a medal. And Chicago finished reconstruction. Studies of enemy aircraft have given us some performance data for British fighter Avro Hind B. 2 firepower, 156 top speed, combat radius of 117 nautical miles, and their rebellion in Libya continues. And they've launched invasion of Borneo. And we've launched invasion of Newfoundland. And they torpedoed the Delaware, so it's in dockyard, and we sunk a sub. Okay, so they've invaded Borneo. They have a chance of taking that, which sucks, because I can't retake it. It's outside of all my invasion ranges. I hope they fail. I really do. Oh, I have a battlecruiser sitting on the west coast. Also, find the dude in Northern Europe. It's the Delaware, which I can't send home now because it got torpedoed, so it's in dockyard for 3 months. It's sitting in a British, or not British, German, or maybe French. One of the two. Depends which one was closer. Dockyard. I'm going to send you to Southeast Asia. I would love to launch an invasion of Papua New Guinea. If I can. But in the meantime, I'm busy. Let's get another Oklahoma out. Or at least started. And we will also accelerate its construction. This is the Arizona. I think we've had an Arizona in the past, haven't we? No, we haven't. For some reason I thought we had, but apparently not. Oh, okay. It's fine. Technically the British are still winning this. Not for much longer. What's this about carriers? Oh, something about carriers here. The number of aircraft and carrier capable air units exceeds our capacity to train pilots. Yeah, I know. There's really nothing I can do to fix that. Let's look into getting a new fighter. Range and speed. Okay, we're gonna have to try and defend Borneo. They have a naval invasion in support, or this is a battleship engagement in support of naval invasion, or land combat, whatever the hell it says. Now, the game claimed they only had a battlecruiser and I think another cruiser here. I really should pay more attention to that shit. Sometimes I do, but other times I don't. Also, I'm going to tell you to request land-based cap. And no reports yet, but we did have an air engagement. 7 enemy fighters attacked one of our medium bombers that was reconning, and it sunk it. Or not sunk it, but shot it down, rather. Don't know... Well, that's probably it down here. Okay, they have... According to our scout, 1 battlecruiser, 5 CVs, a CVL, 2 CLs, and 3 destroyers. Well, basically the only thing I have is dreadnoughts. Which, while helpful, are kind of going to struggle. And 2 armored cruisers, apparently, that came in on a different report. Hopefully I managed to actually catch their carriers alone, because that would be wonderful, but I don't think that's going to be the case. 7 Catalina Seas are approaching enemies. Okay, well, it looks like they might be further north than I am heading, so let's turn. None of their light AA hit. We got a bomb hit on an armored cruiser. None of their heavy AA hit. I don't know if any of their medium AA hit. Because it says it fired 22 medium AA guns at the attacking aircraft, but it doesn't say anything about medium AA getting any hits. But the heavy AA apparently did nothing. Got another thing, aircraft damage, no bomb hits. I don't know what this report is right here. I know what that one is, but not the other one that just popped up a little below it. Also, I'm going to delete some of these older reports. That might be accurate, but I don't think it is. This top one I think is going to be the most accurate. Yep, send your things out. And we're struggling to find them. Oh, there we go. Spoke a little too soon. Found it. Go to normal speed. It's an armored cruiser. One of those guys apparently took a bomb hit. And... Days Fallen. Well, not Days Fallen. I don't know what the hell just happened, but for whatever reason we have significantly decreased our sighting range. Despite it being daytime. That is an AMC, apparently, which is not actually an AMC that's going to be a destroyer. Because AMCs wouldn't show up like that. AMCs would show up as a standard transport type thing. So that unidentified ship is a destroyer. I can say that with confidence. Oh, something hit the South Carolina. Oh, damn, you took a 10-inch to the engine, but it did not do anything significant. Oh, the Berwick is that new one that we kind of saw, and then I just promptly ignored. And again, you're not using a magazine box. Ah, the Argyle. That bomb hit probably knocked out that front turret there. Wadsworth, break off. I don't want you to get sunk. I kind of need you as my scout force in a sense. Come on. They're running away, which is annoying. They're faster than me. which is also annoying. And it looks like they might be turning back, thinking, okay, I think we lost them. Nope, you're just gonna run right back into me, so thank you very much. I really wish I had blind fire unlocked, but we haven't gotten it yet on our radar. But eventually we will. Oh shit, okay, that's either a destroyer or a CL. Indiana, let's slow down, 10 knots. That's a destroyer. Indiana's gonna break off. South Carolina, go full speed. You break off, turn. You turn, go off. You don't cross back on the other side. You're going to slow down to 5 knots, try to get the flooding under control. Maybe if you can get it under control, I might be inclined to let you come back. But I don't think that's super likely. And now you make your way ever so slowly. That's the armored cruiser. That's the nice new fancy one. Berwick. Let's see how you like 16-inch shells. Yeah, I don't think you're liking them. Oh shit, okay. You actually have torpedoes on you. Which, yeah, okay. Lucky me, you didn't use them. But that's what I get. Okay, now, the wind is to the north. And again, supposedly the enemy has catapults for carriers, so they don't need to go into the wind. I don't know where the hell they are. They might be to the south, they might be to the north. Send destroyer to the north, we'll send the dreadnought to the south, and maybe we'll run into their corvette, or not corvettes, their carriers, maybe, probably not. But we'll try, we're not getting any information. Come on, Indiana, get the flooding under control. Slow down even more, if you have to. Go to cruising speed. We'll also go to cruising speed, so you're a little less a little less likely to miss out. Okay, and you're failing miserably at the whole controlling the flooding thing. I don't know why you're failing so badly at it, but you are. Now we have noticed that they seem to sometimes get themselves stuck in the terrain. There you go. Now you're doing it ever so slowly, but you know, you might be starting a little too late. Oh good, they left. Where the hell did they go? Oh, they are right here. If the South Carolina had continued this heading, it probably would have ran into them eventually. Bullshit that's a major victory for them game. That is bullshit that was a major victory for the enemy. Okay? I sunk an armored cruiser, 2 of them, sunk a destroyer. Okay? Sure, their battle cruiser and their CVs and CVLs all got away, but I didn't lose any of my stuff. Sure, the Indiana took a torpedo and was pretty badly hit from flooding, but that should not have been a major victory for the enemy. So, screw you, game. But you are now being blockaded back home. Question is if you're going to go ahead and bring all your stuff out of there, which, if you do, should allow me to very quickly clear Borneo. And actually, I think I can launch an invasion of Bermuda now. Yes, I can. Let's go ahead and try that. Also, that new Saratoga I built, or queued up. Damn it, game. Let me select it. Yeah, halt the construction of it. Momentarily. Need to get the Delaware out of Northern Europe. Enemy coastal raid. Game claims CL and DD. And we're going into this with it turning to night, which is fine with me. Oh, did I get you the nice fancy upgrade to diesel? I don't think I gave you that upgrade. Yeah, I don't recall if the Constitution's got those upgrades. Well, in theory, the installation the enemy is trying to destroy is right here. If I hang out close to it, eventually the enemy will show up. Unknown radar contact. Found it. Can't tell if that radar contact is 2 or 1. Because it keeps fading in and out. I think it might just be 1. No, it's 2, okay. And they're basically on top of each other. Which is why it was really screwing with me. Don't know what it is. Just fire. And none of those hit, apparently. Okay, Wadsworth, get the hell out of there. And you're gonna sink. No, game. That is not a Corvette. I know you wish it was, but it's not. That's a light cruiser. Light cruiser with 8 torpedoes, so we're gonna have to avoid those. My battle cruiser should be able to take care of this with relative ease. If I can get any hits. Which is doing a pretty damn good job. It's got a hit chance of 10. I don't know what that's out of. But, I mean, I want to assume it's probably out of 100. But don't quote me on that. Probably, yeah, basic hit chance is 40. And then I get plus and minus nothing for crew quality, a minus 20 for target aspect because you don't have the full target, you just have the rear of it. Plus 10 for fire control, being advanced director, plus 20 for tech, plus 10 for national accuracy, minus 10 for my ship turning, minus 10 for the enemy turning, minus 10 for the target being in a loose formation, minus 10 for being shot at, minus 80 because there's smoke, which she's deploying, because I think light cruisers can deploy smoke. Minus 10 because we're fighting at night, and that gives you a final of 10. Although you're not turning, or at least you weren't right at that second, so I don't know why you were having as many issues as you were. Oh, really? Jesus Christ, game. There we go, you're dead. And you guys got the flooding under control pretty damn quick. So, great job. I just need you to sink this destroyer now, if you can find it again. There it is. And you lost it. Do you have the fire under control? Or the flooding? No, not quite. Okay. Well, it's gonna either slow down or it's gonna be doing what I do when I come to firing on land, coastal installations. It's just gonna go back and forth, basically. So once it gets up there, we'll be able to fire on it. Since it should just be a destroyer, it shouldn't be able to destroy that particularly quickly. Can actually slow down to 10 knots, so you guys hopefully get the flooding under control a little bit better. Oh, did it already run out of ammo or something? Because it's going as if it's running away. No, okay, now it's coming back in. Come on, guys, just a couple hits should basically sink it. There you go, see? I knew you guys could do it. Sunk all their shit. We did lose our destroyer though, which sucks, but whatever. And Constitution's in the yard with engine trouble. Found out about their medium bomber, 1,400-pound bombs. Slow fade display increases radar detection chance, helpful. Sunk 2 more enemy submarines. There's something I was just about to look at. But I'm failing to remember what it is right this second now. Oh well, really it wasn't that important anyway, but yeah. Our invading forces are fighting to capture Newfoundland, which I would expect you guys should be doing a pretty damn good job at. Due to Northern Europe, you have 1 more turn until you can leave. Battleship engagement around Borneo. And they declined battle, thank you. A carrier battle around Nova Scotia. Yes, please? Not because I want to fight a carrier battle, but because I would love to sink your carriers. Uh, 300 is a little far, realistically. They're probably, like, within 170, would be my guess. And... naval strike, your torpedoes, your heavy bombs. Always heavy bombs. Oh, yes, the thing I wanted to look was see how big of a bomb load our medium bombers have. See if it's caps out at that 1,000, or if that's just what they're deciding to use. It might cap out at 1,000 for us, and that's probably why. Oh, damn it. Yes, naval strike for you. Oh, you're a torpedo, damn it. If you're a torpedo bomber, you use torpedoes. It's not a difficult concept. Also, I want you to prioritize the enemy CVs. Ready for a strike. The fighters will be used as escorts. Well, not escorts, but as scouts, rather. Or at least that's what they're supposed to do. Since I told the game to ready strikes. I'm gonna tell the destroyers to go up ahead. I'm gonna actually set these light cruisers to AI controlled to stick with the CVs. You guys go full speed ahead. You full speed ahead. Let's try to sink their CVs, or at least, you know, some of them. Obviously, we're not going to sink all of them. But if I can sink any of them, that would be great. Now we wait for intel. And we got light rain, which is limiting air operation, so we're not actually going to be able to launch our strike. And it looks like they are over there, a little bit further south than what our current heading would have us run into them. CVs, you keep heading west-ish. I don't want you to head towards them. That's an estimated 2 enemy CVs there, according to our scouts. There is, of course, always the potential that our scouts are wrong. They only report the CVs. Obviously, the enemy has more than just CVs. Lawrence has a radar, unknown radar contact. Here we go. We have a couple of things that are moving fairly quickly and a couple things that are moving fairly slow. The things moving slow could be their CVs. Or something else entirely. CV, yes. Damn it, Lawrence, what happened to you? I didn't read what the damn thing said. Not status. I want to make sure you don't launch your damn torpedoes willy-nilly. The Illustrious, that's their most recent one. We're gonna hit that. No, god damn it, Wainwright, why the fuck would you do that? I hate when the game reorganizes your formations. I really fucking do. Okay, Wainwright, I don't know why that didn't hit. You don't have an arc on that guy, apparently. And you fired your torpedoes just because you felt like it. Oh, that's the Eagle. Let's try to get the hell out of here. If we can. Got some more destroyers coming in. Along with some CLs and CAs. That Eagle is dead in the water. Wonderful. I want you to sail west. Gonna be your best chance to get the hell out of Dodge. Even that's if these guys can't be forced off. Okay, yeah, those guys aren't breaking off. Brayton, you go. We got another CV out here that we're not picking up on radar. But we know it exists. The reason why you weren't able to fire actually was because your torpedoes actually got hit. Wonderful, we hit the magazine on one of their destroyers. Wainwright's probably not going to make it. It's on fire pretty heavily. It's got some flooding. If it makes it, it's going to be a miracle. You go north. That, I think, might be the other CV, potentially. I'm pretty sure the British don't have, Yeah, okay, it's our guys shooting at that CV. No, you go there. No, damn it, game. Select you. Really? You don't have an arc? That's actually somewhat surprising. Damn it, game. Let me select it. Thank you. You've got an arc on him, but I don't think that's likely to hit. This guy, though? Yeah, that should hit. Whatever these are, they're dead in the water. The Stuart and the Tripe are gonna have to get shots on that guy. What are you? Again, I think you might be the other CV. But we're failing to identify you right now, so I don't know that for certain. Stuart's gonna break off. Game wants to put it in the middle, but it's breaking off. Don't use your torpedoes. I'm with you, actually. Rayton, fire the other set. turn. Whipley, you're about to sink. Get your torpedoes off. There's my timer. Whipley, you're gonna break off and you're gonna go east for a bit, and then you're gonna go turn south. That's probably gonna be your best bet for getting out of this alive. And that thing is dead now. Okay, it's not actually shooting back, so turn north. Oh, okay, these are destroyers. We actually got a hit on a destroyer, and the Columbia just took a torpedo. But apparently it did literally nothing. You took a torpedo, it did no damage, apparently. It's not being listed as a dud. Oh, it hit your propeller. Apparently. Game doesn't say it there, but apparently it hit your propeller. Something to the south. Though the tripe's gonna break off. This battle should be coming to a close shortly, so I'm gonna go ahead and, I think, let this part run long. Columbia is not going to be able to sort out that prop issue. I'm pretty sure that's not something you can fix. Engine room, sure. But propeller, nope. Yeah, you are SOL. Don't know what that is, but I want to sink it. Although I think it might be another destroyer if I had to make a guess. Yeah, you know what? You go to port. Go to Portland. And this is when blind fire would be great. We know there's something there. We can say pretty much with certainty it's a enemy, because the way the game works, you don't have neutral ships randomly sailing around. The Huron's avoiding torpedoes. That is, yeah, I'm inclined to say that that is another destroyer. I can get my CAs to fire on it. They should be able to knock it out fairly quickly. Triton, turn north. I don't know how quickly it's going. Caps at 35 knots. Game claims it's going 15 right now. We're going to switch to cruising speed. Oh shit, it's dead turn. And we won. There we go. Part went a little long because we did that, but we sunk 3 CVs. So, suck on that. So those CVs were the Illustrious, the Formidable, and the Eagle. Do you guys in fact have catapults? The game actually says no there. So as it turns out, no, in fact you guys do not have catapults apparently. So you do have to turn into the wind. At least on these designs you don't. Obviously it's possible you have other designs that do, because the AI sometimes isn't the greatest at upgrading its stuff in a timely manner. Don't let them off lightly. The rebels in Libya have defeated the Italian forces. And heavy fighting in Newfoundland. Enemy fortifications are holding up our advance. We're using flamethrowers apparently. And they... God! The Drayton just did good things. Oh, and they just sunk the Constellation, you bastards. We sunk 3 enemy subs. Oh well, whatever. We're still doing good. They sunk an old battle cruiser. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's an old one. What happened to my New Mexicos? Did I scrap them? I don't recall that. And I don't recall them sinking. Oh no, never mind. They're still being rebuilt. Damn, I thought they were already done. For some reason. Either way, that's going to be it for this part. I will see you all next time, where we will be continuing this war against the British. Again, speaking before I forget. Damn it. Delaware. Go to the East Coast, thank you. The Rhode Island and the Kentucky, or the Kentucky-class Rhode Island is gonna, I think, leave the Caribbean and go to Southeast Asia. I think I need more stuff there. Or at least it wouldn't hurt. Looks like Britain did not actually bring their CVs back home. At least not yet. They might be on their way. I see 4 in the Mediterranean, but I don't know if they're actually heading back home or not. We are still failing to launch our invasion of Bermuda, but it's nice that finally we can invade Bermuda and kick the British out of North American East Coast completely. And then I guess we'll see if we can take British Columbia now. If not, I may just need a cheat to give us that, because the reality is I should have been able to invade that for quite a while now. Literally since game start. But that won't happen till the end of the war. As you know, if we get a nice, good, big victory, I may cheat to give us British Columbia. If the game doesn't let me invade it. But we'll see. Or we'll take it as part of the peace agreement if we are able to take any territory. I'll probably also want to take Singapore and Hong Kong, potentially. Because that'll cripple them in Southeast Asia. But whatever. We'll see how this all finishes off. The Wasp is still going through a rebuild. Or not rebuild, but it's still working up, apparently. We have 6 more turns till our new fighter designs are ready to go. Why does it seem like we're not building any of these? We are. Now, do I want both of these? Because the reality is, there's no reason to take both of these. Yeah, no. I think I'm going to go ahead and scrap the Curtis here, make it as obsolete, because there's... I don't know why it's there, I really don't. It doesn't make much sense for it to be there. Because I have a better one. The game should have automatically listed as obsolete, but apparently it didn't because they both came into service around the same time. Whatever. I'll see you all next time. Oh boy, 50 fighters on our Wasp class. I love those. Hopefully we can get missiles soon. The first tier just gives us better air attack stuff. Or air attack effectiveness. But after that, I believe the first thing you get is I think the first thing you get is ASMs, which I don't know how those work. Because I don't think that's shown here at all. Yeah, I don't know how ASMs will work. But I think that is the first actual tech of something you get. After that, I think it's SAMs and then SSMs. And SSMs do not get an improved version. I think there's a couple of techs for better hit chances, but there are no improved SSMs. While SAMs, I believe there is actually a tech for like improved SAMs or whatever. I don't recall exactly what it's called, but it's something to that effect. Either way, I'll see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.